Hello everyone, just sitting here with my coffee. I hope that you all have had a wonderful week. I just want to premise the start of this reading vlog with a little bit of housekeeping. I've decided to change things up a little bit with my reading vlog. When don't I do that? But anyway, so very recently, to cut a long story short, I spoke to you guys a very little bit about the fact that I had outsourced the editing of my videos to a friend of mine named Alex, and that was all going incredibly well. Unfortunately, due to a set of circumstances on my end, that is not a viable option for me anymore, and so now I'm not only filming but also editing my own videos, which is fine. I'll just have to deal with it. I find editing to be very stressful, but that's fine. I just have to deal with that. There was nothing that happened between Alex and myself. We're still good, and I know that I can go back to Alex at any time, but just with certain circumstances and things that are occurring on my end, I can't take up that option at the moment. So I'm now editing my own videos. Because of this, I've needed to restructure how I'm doing my reading vlog to keep in mind filming dates, editing and upload dates, and everything else that's in between. I mapped out my whole month last night, and so how we're going to do reading vlogs from now on is that I'm going to come to you guys every Monday and Friday. Monday will be the beginning of the week where I give you guys an update on what happened on the weekend as well as Monday, and then on Friday we'll wrap up what happened for the remainder of the week. The reason I want to do it this way is because if I can wrap things up on Friday and edit the video on Saturday, then every Sunday you can receive the reading vlog. So you can start your week off with seeing how my previous week went. I just think that makes more sense to just have it every Sunday. But we're not here to talk about that. I mean, I wanted to update you guys on that, so I'm glad that I did. I love the casualness of a reading vlog, but I do want to keep them shorter. That is one of my goals, is to shorten my reading vlog. So let's get right into what I had. Okay, finished The Golden Lily. And as I said to you guys in my last reading vlog, and I also said this for my October TBR, I was going to determine whether or not I'm going to continue on with the Bloodlines series by the time I get to the end of The Golden Lily. And if I don't read book 3, The Indigo Spell, then I'll read Allegiant by Veronica Roth. Finished this book, and I have my answer. I'm not going to continue on with the series. Nothing in this book really intrigued me at all, so I'm DNFing this, well, not DNFing the series, but I'm just shelving it for now. I might get back to it in 2021. You let me know if you think I should. Comment below and let me know. So, I am planning on picking up Allegiant, as I got it today, just this morning, and it's my first hardcover that I've ever purchased, because normally I get paperbacks. So it's really beautiful. Really beautiful. Got this from America. So I'm happy about that too, because America always, in my opinion, America always does superior covers, where a lot of people in America think that the UK do better covers, but I much prefer the American covers. Because this is a hardcover, I'll just take off the sleeve so you can see that. Isn't that very pretty? And that. Oh, just a gorgeous edition. So I didn't just order Allegiant, I ordered the trilogy in hardcovers. I have Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant. I love the Divergent cover. Not really a fan of the Insurgent one, but I do prefer it to the other paperback I have. This is what I'll read in November. Let's move on. I also finished last night Warbreaker. So I can't say this is my favorite book of the year, but it definitely makes the top 5, if not the top 3. Which is saying a lot. Again, it's a Brandon Sanderson that makes the top 3, but we'll let that go. This is a 600 plus page book, which makes it a tome, or more than 500 pages, and it's a standalone. There's been talk about there being another book being brought out in the series, but this is not going to be a series. There will be another book that's brought out in 5-10 years down the track when Brandon Sanderson's completed all his other works he's doing, but that's more meant to be a bridge book between this and the Stormlight Archives. I just found this book really amazing. The conclusion was so good, and I had a teary-eyed, tissued moment. There you go, T-E-T, a teary-eyed tissue moment, right towards the end when something happened that was just really good. And you're just going to have to read this book to find out what it was, but This book, Brando Sando, he's done it again. This book was amazing. So I've started my October TBR early, and I've picked up my first book I plan on reading in October, which is Vampire Kisses by Ellen Schreiber. Now, in my October TBR, I said her name is Ellen Schreiber. I pronounced it incorrectly, so that's why I'm correcting it here. I am there, which is 46 pages in. This is a really short book. It's like 190 odd pages long. But I'm really enjoying it. It's a YA paranormal book that revolves around our protagonist, whose name is Raven. The book opens up with Raven in class, and her teacher is asking everyone what they want to be when they grow up. When she gets to Raven, Raven says she wants to be a vampire, to the shock horror of everyone around her. This book, as you can tell, probably tell by the cover, has a very dark gothic tone to it, but it is a YA. The writing style is very simplistic to read, but I love that because when the more simplistic the writing style is, the more I can focus on the plot without being distracted by how tough the writing style is to get through. So I'm really into this book right now, and it's going extremely well for me. So that's where I'm at right now. Let's dive into what I'm going to be reading for the remainder of the week. This book, This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El Mota and Max Gladstone. This is the first of 2 Murphy Napier buddy read books of the month. And the third book I'm going to be reading this week is... There we go. So this book is going to help me with the other goal that I have to complete between October 2020 and December 2020, which is to complete open-ended series. This is the second book in the Skyward series, which there is planned to be 4 books, but there's only 2 that are published at the moment. Looking forward to getting to this one. So there you go. And I'll see you again on Friday to wrap everything up. Let's go over there in your time, thanks to Fancy Schmancy Editing, right now. Welcome, and here we are to wrap up this week. So let's start off by talking about Vampire Kisses. I finished this book not long after I recorded my midweek check-in. I liked this book quite a lot. One of the things I loved about it is that it is short. It is a novella. It's about 198 or so pages long. And so it was a quick and easy read. And I've got some really long books coming up this month, so I did appreciate that. But I also just really enjoyed myself reading this. I think that Ellen Schreiber has a really easy to read writing style, which to me is a really good thing, because the more easy the writing style is to read, the more you are able to focus on the actual plot. The less easy the writing style is to read, the more you're likely to be distracted from the plot as you're trying to work out what they're actually trying to do with the writing style than actually what's going on in the story. I really had a lot of fun with this book. I think that the character of Raven was just very well produced, I guess is the word I'll use. And this book is book 1 in a series, the Vampire Kisses series, and I'm looking forward to reading book 2, and at the moment it's on my pre-April TBR, so I might draw it out in my November TBR video. Yeah, I might draw it out then, but even if I don't draw out the next 2 books by the end of the year, I won't unhaul this series because I do love it. So it just goes to show that giving these books a second chance for my October 2020 to December 2020 goal of reading books that I purchased prior to April was a good thing. This book has set us up really well for the second book in the series, so I'm really happy about that. The next book that I read was this book, This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El Mota and Max Gladstone. So this is the Murphy Napier buddy read book of the month, one of the books I'm going to read, so I have 2 on my TBR for this month. We'll see how we go. And unlike Vampire Kisses, I did not enjoy this book. This book is written as a part narration, part letters. I really appreciated the letters side of it. I thought it was great to see, and I just thought that the letters between these 2 women were really nice, and I really enjoyed them. But the narration, and this is just my opinion, the narration to me was kind of pointless. I really felt that it just didn't need to be there. And I just felt like the narration just really wasn't necessary. And had this book just been a book of letters, I think I would have enjoyed it a whole lot more. I didn't like this book. I gave it 2 stars. I just thought it was not my thing. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the other people who are involved in the Murphy Napier Buddy Read Book Club thought of this, because, yeah, I wasn't a fan. So I gave it 2 stars. And so once I put down This Is How You Lose the Time War, I picked up Skyward. Sorry, no, Skyward 2. Star Signed. The second book in the Skyward series. But right now, I am there, which is 75 pages into this over 450 page book. And let's see. I am now getting to the point where I'm enjoying it. As with all Brandon Sanderson books, they take a long time to begin, because Brandon Sanderson starts off his books with really slow pacing, and it just takes a moment to actually get into the story, because he wants to build up the world and other different things, and that's fine, and I just end up dealing with that because I trust the guy so much that I know once the story begins, I'm going to love it. And this second book in the Skyward series is no exception to that at all. Once the story actually started to get going, I really enjoyed it. I've just started, so we will see how we go. My plan for between now and the next time you guys see me, which will be, my next reading vlog, is to finish off this book and then potentially start the next book that I'm going to read, which is Chosen Ones. So, by Veronica Roth. This is an ARC copy of Chosen Ones that I was given, so I'm looking forward to getting into that, and that will be my second pre-April TBR book that I'm going to read. But let's get that off the screen, because now I need to talk to you about how I'm feeling about my TBR at the moment, because it's a whopper of a TBR. I mean, I have long, books on their own, which is The Toll, for example, is 600 something plus pages, and then at the end of the month I have The Way of Kings, the first book in the Stormlight Archives, that despite the fact that I have one book split into 2 parts, when brought together they total 1,119 pages, and so I need to allow enough time to read both of those books, but also to enjoy them, so don't feel like I'm skimming through them, that I'm actually, taking my time to actually enjoy the read. And with everything else that I need to get through this month, I just don't know if I'm going to make it. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to make a vow right here, right now. If at any point I feel pressured to rush through books because I want to leave as much time as I can at the end of the month for The Way of Kings, then I will do one of 2 things, because I've just thought of a second option now. My first option was going to be I will shelve some of the books that I have on my TBR and just push them over to November, which is fine. I have no problem in doing that. I will keep Chosen Ones, because it is part of that goal that I've set, and I will also keep The Shadow of What Was Lost, because that is my second Murphy Napier Buddy Read Book Club book. I will keep them no matter what on my TBR. I also need to keep Misery and All Systems Red, because they are part of the Mr. Francy Buddy Read Book Club. So in case you didn't know, I'm hosting my own buddy reads. We have a group on Facebook, and we're all chatting about the books over on Discord, so come and join us. I will leave the link to the Facebook group in the description below. Anyway, so I need to hang on to those books. I have 2 options. I can either shelve some of the others to make room, which I'm already in my mind, and I have been thinking this for the past 24 hours anyway, thinking I might shelve The Toll, and then just read the 3rd book in the Arc of the series, and I might just pick that book up in November, which is fine. It's the last book in that series anyway, so I still have time. I can read it in November, and if all else fails, I can still read it in December. I've got time with that. Or the other thing I can do is I can get through Chosen Ones next, which was already my plan, then get through The Shadow of What Was Lost, And then after The Shadow of What Was Lost, I could just jump straight into The Way of Kings. We'll see how we go. Anyway, this has gone on long enough. Probably not for you, because, in editing I've learnt to cut things down, so for you it might have seemed like a very minuscule clip, but for me it's certainly gone on for long enough, so I'm going to leave that there. The books I've been discussing with you guys in this reading vlog are these three. I hope that you guys have had a really awesome week. I'm going to quickly smile for the cover photo that we put in editing, so please hold. And there we go. That was fun. Anyway, as you know, I post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, letting you guys go peace, blessings, and so much love. Mwah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy reading. Bye, guys. Bye.